When we greet Atlas, it tells us what it can do for us. We can ask it about any kind of emergency. That's the corpus it keeps most up to date. It also takes other questions, but peak accuracy lives in what's indexed in its corpus, which is emergencies. If an answer falls short, we hit continue and it expands. In Journal, we keep the day-to-day. It has 3 modes: traditional entries, direct conversation with the AI, and the vital log. Vital tracks whether we've drunk enough water, whether we've hit our macros, whether we've slept well, how many kilometers we've covered, and how much energy we have left. From there, it gives recommendations: what to change, what to correct, and a 0 to 100 index of our physical state, calculated from several days of tracking. Trace is real-time mission tracking: expeditions, itineraries, tests, protocols. It logs events as they happen, and when we close the mission, generates a debrief. That's where we have the traceability of what we did and whether it went as expected. In Map, we have a complete world map, offline. We can drop waypoints with notes and define zones: rivers, lakes, danger zones, areas already explored. In Expedition, we turn those waypoints into a route. The system guides us through it. That 0 to 100 index from Vital shows up here. Expedition reads our state and tailors its advice to the route. It updates the distance and we set off. As we move, it lays down waypoints. We can tell it where we are, shift waypoints, or log a mandatory stop. Waypoints can be exported to a smartwatch. If we stop to drink or refill water, it's logged on a sheet that stays saved. We tell it how much water we have left, and it advises when the next stops should be. If our vital index is low, it tells us to stop more often. It also calculates how much food to carry. Distributes gear across the people on the expedition so no one is overloaded. And flags edible and non-edible plants and the fauna in the area. Before we leave, it runs a briefing with expected temperatures and main risks. And if we're hiking at night, it includes a star visualization system with a guide to navigate by them. The expedition can be saved, or we start a new one. Lists are the inventories and checklists. We edit the main lists on the spot, add or remove items. Adjust how many we have left of each. On the right, we create lists for camping, expeditions, outings, or simply for being ready for anything. It's a checklist we cross off as we go. It's saved and we can reopen it. Protocols collects emergency protocols designed for training. They're not meant for use in a real situation. They're for making decisions, learning decision trees, and practicing skills. For example, the compression rhythm for CPR. It tells us whether we're on the right rhythm or drifting off. Projects is the research hub organized by project. It pulls information specific to a project, and it works with literal references from the corpus, not paraphrases. In library lives the offline library. Full Wikipedia via Keywix, specialized Wikipedias. Community-built DIY libraries. Books and documents on emergencies. And a survival library with more than 1,000 books. All inside unit, no connection. Reports generates reports with live preview. We can expand or trim items, add KPIs, or request a specialized report. We see it in real time and download it. In Personal, there are over 300 gigabytes free for our own documents. Whatever we put here can be integrated into the corpus, and Atlas learns to work with it. Books, music, videos, or any document of our own. In memory, we keep the chat conversations that matter to us. With the star, we tell it how important each one is, and Atlas prioritizes them when answering. That's how it adapts to us and learns exactly what we want it to learn. And in settings, we choose the name we want it to call us by, the language, English or Spanish, and the license system. Unit by engram.